Do now want to transition to his wife. You mentioned her, Ginni Thomas. She was embroiled in January 6th in efforts to overturn the election, and she has a really lucrative career as a lobbyist. How does that factor into Justice Thomas's net worth?
Well, I mean, when they disclose these things, they have to disclose joint accounts. Her family has an LLC that is involved with land leasing in Nebraska. The Washington Post has reported that's worth about $500,000 to $1 million, and it kicks off about $500,000 to $100,000 in annual income. So that certainly helps. And we don't have a list of who those clients are, who's leasing that land from them. We don't know exactly who is paying Liberty Consulting. I did go out. They have an address for Liberty Consulting. I went to go check it out. It is a box at a UPS store. It is one of the larger boxes at the UPS store. It is not one of the smaller ones. So, it sounds like she does get bigger pieces of mail than other people. Mine at the UPS store is small. So yeah, there's just really a lot of questions about her and their finances. Again, like how mingled are they? She's donated over $20,000 to Republican candidates. Which she's entitled to do. It's legal, but I think it's also the public's right to know are those coming from a joint checking account? Like, is that Justice Thomas's money as well that's going to those candidates?
I was just about to ask you about that 20 grand because that is an interesting point. She's donating it, but where's that money coming from? Is this normal for the couple of a Supreme Court justice to do?
No, we've seen a few other examples of it out there, but I think, if I remember correctly, Justice Roberts' wife maybe have made some, and I think Stephen Breyer's wife may have made some. Don't totally recall those names correctly, but I do know it's happened before. But I think the extent of hers has been interesting, and it's continued after it was originally reported. The most recent batch of FEC filings showed that she made another $500 donation to the Fairfax County, Virginia Republican Committee within the last few months. So she's not showing any signs of stopping this either. And most of the donations actually have come in recent years. It's not like it was something she was doing in the early 90s right after he was put on the bench, although she did make, I believe it was one early donation to the RNC then. A lot of it's come more recently.
Zach, you did mention earlier that Justice Thomas's nest egg of $4 million was comfortable. So I'm curious, how does this stack up to the other justices?
So it is going to be, by the time we've published all of these valuations, it's going to be towards the lower end. We haven't published all of them yet. My colleague Kyle Mullins has published, I think it's 3 so far, where he's looked at John Roberts, Sonia Sotomayor, and Brett Kavanaugh. And Roberts is the highest. He's worth about $25 million. Sotomayor, we have it around $5 million. And Kavanaugh is $3 million. Now, those two are also both much younger than Thomas. So, he's had more time to assemble, to collect some money as well. But I think by the time the other ones come in, we will see that they're higher. But that also comes from, he spent 48 years of his 50-year career in government service. Working for the government is not really going to make you rich.